football back. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. Complete to right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
Now a play fake here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Fuller brings it in over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. And they're going to speed things up here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Drops it to Blue, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Fedorowicz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He won't go down, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A surprising move. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now out comes Houston. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. It's a gain of 24 that time, and it's good enough for a Houston first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's the rookie Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Shakes off the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Jones in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the 5th overall. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one with 6 to 5. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now out comes Houston. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's caught, Fedorowicz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll stick with the passing game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Maryland, Yannick Ngakoue, in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now back to throw. Surveying the field. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Fedorowicz. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles? Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he finds his man, Griffin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now it's all up to the kicker, Nick Novak. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it.
tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my, don't have to take it undercover. Just under the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing flower, bringing ting-a-ling-a-ling. The honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Then I die for Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, we went up, yeah. And my love tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, the mind tripping, yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little. I be shooting down the city, black the latest gears. When she wear, you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up, yeah. And my love tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. Girl, she got me lifted, the mind tripping. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need to hold in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. One foot in a tent revival, another one going in the fire. Only one that can save me now is you. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Feel it all now, healing. Oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Feel it all now.
Hey boys, coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's gotta be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, here we
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.
We're the kings, we're the queens, and if this is just a dream, don't wanna wake up. Let this feeling break up. We're running free, running wild, never running out of style. Got the fight, got the stuff, got the never giving up. Not gonna shake us, nothing's gonna break us. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. Forever. Young forever. We'll stay young forever. You know the part of the song, everybody sings along. Well, that's us, listen up, shout it out, I'm talking all night. The end is nowhere in sight. From the streets to the tracks, here's to never looking back, 'cause the past doesn't last long.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Larry, for only the second time ever in the regular season and first since 2005, the NFL has come south of the border to amazing Mexico City. Esta noche, another installment in the International Series, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Second down following the run. Shotgun now for Carr. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's second down. They'll look to throw here. He hits the first-year man, Will Fuller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he rifles one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Let's go!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Ellis getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
And that was just absolute perfect man cover.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Texans are in for 6.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now Carr going to give it to Murray on the draw play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Carr now on first down. Finding time. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun.